Good morning, Milan. I think it's Milan, I guess. Yeah. Can you all hear me? Okay. So, uh, some people were finding the question a bit tough. How do you find it? Anyways, so moving on with the first question, it is written that which of the following can be substituted for the underlined phrase in the sentence? The officer was not willing to take a definite stand on that point. Remember, this kind of questions are actually one word substitution questions. It is one word substitution questions. You might find this kind of a pattern. Hela. এই ভଳିଆ pattern রে one word substitution questions গুড়াক আসিব. The first question answer hochi, we need to read the underlined part, not willing to take a definite stand. So not willing to take a definite stand কথা আসে তাহলে তারও meaning হয়ে ambiguous. Yeah, there the meaning is can you all hear me? Ambiguous. Okay. Vague is not clear, which is not visibly clear. Hela, vague ro mane hoji jota visibly clear nuho, hazy. Okay. Tapore here there is another like word that is talking about something which is evasive. So that is also like somewhat near to vague. Complex one, definitely it is not, I mean something which is not very let's say simple, right? So same like देखियाको गले vague, evasive और complex, or you can say vague और evasive एमाने दी जनो होचंती कोना synonyms गुड़ाको. And if you are choosing one of those two, in fact सेमान तो answer भी नुहंती, but still if you are choosing one of those two, तो ताहले आपनकर answer will be like what? Somewhat like it will be also ambiguous. So we will go with the word ambiguous. So remember, we will not get a question very directly on this one word substitution kind of thing. तो ସେଥିପାଇଁ ଏଠି answer ହଉଛି ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର question ର answer ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣ କରିବେ ସେ ଯୋଉ underline part କୁ ପଢିବେ and consider this is a one word substitution question. Do not take it as a like any other kind of question. It is a one word substitution question. एटा one word substitution question ही जोटाको एमिति way रे normally ASO questions गुड़ा करे पचरा जाए तापर second question he led an ascetic life but his wife had her dash ways now एटी देखंतु गोटे conjunction आसिला आपण माने पढी थिबे conjunction it is but belongs to the coordinate conjunction जेतबे हमें but दीटा sentence रो दीटा part को connect करू but use करी की तारो माने हबो कोन ना definitely we are connecting two contradictory ideas hela to contrast like ideas dita to be in very simple words it will be two opposite ideas hela तो जते बेले हमें सेही विषय रे कथा होउछु तो सेठी definitely our answer should be opposite an opposite word hela तो एठी देखो तो ascetic if we talk about the word ascetic it means kono something which is far from the like what the pleasures or like the mundane pleasures of life right ascetic mane kono what saintly life gote ekdam simple life which is like jeti ki darkar seti ki mane koya ko gale saint rusi muni mane jemti type ro life jiyanti that is called ascetic life to 80 ascetic life ro opposite word amako खोजिबार अछि तो एठी लिखा है but his wife had her now austere also means the same है ना austere रो माने भी सेया just give me 2 minutes here so austere means also the same austere means also something which is very restricted very controlled ताको austere आपण माने सुनिबिते जे एटा normally गोटे माने financial sector ए term टा use करा जाय जे the government is going to go for austere measures माने overspending कम करिवो ये करिवो एमती टाइप रो माने it is a very common word there so 80 answer hobo self indulgent hela artificial of course doesn't go with this word aesthetic pompous is grand आरो माने हला grand आरो माने हला आपण कहि परिबे regulated in a way meaning regulated or very strict okay so somewhat it is near the meaning of that word aesthetic hela so it answer hobo self indulgent by self indulgent here we mean like she is into pleasure it is a life full of pleasure luxury okay so she is treating herself good in a way let's say बहुत माने luxurious life से lead करूची तारा husband aesthetic life lead करची and see what a luxurious life lead करूची with all the comforts okay then question number 3 says I hope it is clear to everyone so question number 3 says which of the following option indicates the proper order of the following eta kono apankara sentence arrangement so if you can see it is a sentence we have fragments of sentence to be connected so which of the following is the closest in meaning read the 4 sentences in your textbook and decide to the statement you have heard so rule out eti ko mane options guda ko begin kari paribe nahi definitely to the statement you have heard begin kariboni and the next one is so go to the option we have 3 s options means 3 options beginning with s gote option q ru arambha hochi ta mane definitely s no hole q amaro beginning sentence so s re lekha hai when you hear a statement au q re lekha hai kono read the 4 sentences in your textbook and decide right so if I am going with q gote option achi check kar deba q read the 4 sentences in your textbook and decide then p is saying which one is the closest in meaning then s is saying when you hear a statement and r is saying to the statement you have heard
some people were finding the question a bit tough how would we find it anyways so moving on to the first question it is written that
so the answer would be definitely not d डी आपन को आंसर नुह आंसर होची कोटा ना आंसर होची ए तीनटा भितर गोटिए लेट्स चेक I guess it is SQPR because when you're saying that when you hear a statement Q is saying read the four sentences in your textbook and decide which one is the closest in meaning to the statement you have heard. So answer is SQPR. So my suggestion will be eliminating the wrong option, not choosing the like correct one because it takes time. Which of the following phrases should be placed in the blank? Which of the following phrases should be placed in the blank so as to make a meaningful and grammatically correct sentence? It is saying public opinion is notoriously fickle. Cold fusion came into spotlight for a week or two. So we have to consider eta hochi se jo apankara you can say a critical reasoning type of question, but eta critical reasoning level ro difficult no eti apan grammatically correct se kochi to you can also consider it like apan ko seti dekhiya ko padibo je grammatically what are the elements that can connect these two sentence and what is the following one. Eta ko bhi apan koi paribe je eta bhi gote prakar sentence arrangement kind of question hela to eiti amara answer ta hobo kono ना पब्लिक ओपिनियन इज नोटोरियसली फिकल माने पब्लिक ओपिनियन गुडा को स्टेबल नुह एटा बहुत जल्दी फिजल आउट हे जाए and what and then the next sentence says the cold fusion came into spotlight for a week or two तापरे कौन हुए and now being discussed with rare intensity all of the world. No, we are not talking about the world here. We are talking about something which is very virtually a society, right? Then but could not hold public attention for long and C coach and then held the stage for over a month feebly and D coach only to be pushed off stage and arguments became too complicated. No, AD coach cold fusion came into spotlight for a week or two but could not hold public attention for long because see here we have so many connecting words same ki public opinion you have a word called public opinion एठी जो आपनकर से जो statement ta se कहूची public opinion is notoriously fickle we need two statements here or let's say we need two parts of the sentences connecting and justifying this particular sentence तो ए जो B option ता आपनकर सबुठारो अधिक justify करूची look at for the just means always look for the justification look at the sentence that is justifying your statement upholding the statement तो एटा आकु strong करूची जदि हमें लिखि but now being discussed with rare intensity एठी ये कोन हे जाउची ना ये reduction हे जाउची now we don't know which public opinion this thing is talking but एठी हमें public opinion in general हमें एठी generalize करूचु ए statement ता को specialize कर दोउची तेनु करी एटी आंसर टा somewhat is not like up to the माने mark then we can also say that why not C then held the stage over for a month feebly again it is general I mean जो कौन कहले specifying the statement which is not specified over here it is a general statement तेणु कर general को general consider करिकी जिबे general रो specific को खसिया को हेले we need to go for words like for example हैला तो एटी सेही भलिया कोनोसी वर्ड नाही जोटा की जनरल रो स्पेसिफिक को फसेबा को इंडिकेशन दोउची तेनु करी आमे एटी आकु कोन करिबा ना जस्टिफाई करिया पई एठी गोटे जो यूज करि परिबा बट आ गोटे भी जिंस देखि परिबे आपण एठी गोटे अछि कॉमाटा हैला तो पंक्चुएशन मार्क भी बहुत इंपोर्टेंट रोल प्ले करंती ग्रामर रे तो एठी यू कैन कंसीडर दिस पंक्चुएशन मार्क कॉमा इज नॉर्मली प्लेस्ड व्हिच इज यूनिवर्सली एप्लीकेबल बाकी सब जिंस मे भी आपण माने कहबे जे एटा बहुत स्पेसिफिक हे जाउची किंतु कॉमा बट परे कॉमा निहाती माने पूर्वरु कॉमा निहाती यूज करा जाय तेनु करी एठी बी होची आपनकर आंसर क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 डू नॉट इग्नोर माय सजेशन द पैसिव वॉइस ऑफ दिस सेंटेंस विल बी let my suggestion be ignored let suggestions of mine be ignored let not my suggestion be ignored let my suggestion not ignored तो एटा आपण जानि चंती जते बेले आमे गोटे सजेशन को कन्वर्ट करू पैसिव वॉइस रे तो लेट यूज करू इट सब ऑप्शन रे लेट यूज हेची So do not ignore my suggestion. Amara object ta eti hochi my suggestion. Verb is ignored. So it should be like what? It should be B. Let suggestion of mine be not ignored. Wait a second. So do not ignore my suggestion. Let my suggestion be not ignored. Answer is D. Sorry, it's D. Then going for the next question, that is question number 6. Wait a second, let me clear all drawings. So next question says, which of the following is correct? Since the report lacked needed information, it was no use to them. The report was useless to them because there were no needed information in it. Since the report did not contain the needed information, it was not real useful to them. Being report lacked needed information, they could not use it. So which one is the correct? Since the report lacked needed information, it was of no use to them. The report was useless to them because did not sorry, the report was useless to them because there was no needed information in it. So it is basically answer is because the report was useless to them because there were no needed information. The problem war. War is a plural. Information we know it is uncounted. Right? Since the report did not contain the needed information, it was not real useful. Nahi. Useful FUL lagi आपण जानिछथि adjective हे जाय adjective को गोटे adverb भी modify करि परिबो really useful to them होवा कथा. Being the report lacked So really very sorry that I got disconnected for a while. So moving on, we're talking about question number 6. So the answer is question number 6. The answer is answer is A. Then the phrase alpha, the alpha and the omega refers to alpha and omega refers to the beginning and the end. Then the term ad hoc stands for made or done for a particular purpose. Okay, if the means when the purpose gets over, we just close it. So that is what here ad hoc means. Then the robbers fell dash among themselves over the sharing of the loot. So they are definitely having a fight. So it will be fell out, which is the past tense of the word fall out. Fall out ra mane hochi tanko bhitere jhagada hela. Means disagreement. Okay. Or let's say fight. That is what we mean here by that. Moving on to the next question. It would affect the investigation process. They refused. Again, we have another sentence arrangement. The proper sequence would be question number 10 is C. That it would affect the investigation process. Again, you will find different like heterogeneous like sentence. You will find gotere P re arambho hochi, gotere S re arambho hochi, gotere Q re arambho hochi, gotere R re arambho hochi. To consider the feasibility of everything that it would affect it at that ru arambho hochi, that is a connector, so definitely not begin the sentence. Then they refused. This might begin the sentence, but Q re jodi achi they refused. S re kon aସୁchi? S re asuchi to divulge the venue. But here we have like S, we have like QS. They refuse to divulge the venues. Then R asiva kotha of this rate saying. Tapare asiva kotha P that it would affect the investigation of the process. Okay. So definitely if we are going for, so we are like what? We are supposed to begin with which one? Q. So they refused. Acha refused pore normally 2 plus V1 follow करे. तो एमाने जोटी भी रहिबे Q आउ S टा पाखरे पाखरे रहिबा दरकार हैला. So we will find an arrangement there in C. So answer is C. तापर असला 11. Question number 11 says he may not come but he will get ready in case he dash. Okay, he may not come, but we will get ready in case he does. Okay. एठी आपणकर एठू टेंस वाला स्ट्रक्चर स्टार्ट हे गला जते बेले आपण when, once, as soon as, in case ए सब जिंस यूज करंती तो तापरे माने एमानक पूर्वरु जो क्लॉज ता थाए सेटा फ्यूचर सिंपल शो करिवो तापरटा प्रेजेंट सिंपल शो करिवो हला आ गोटे जिंस होची जे जते बेले आपण माने नेगेटिव स्ट्रक्चर सेंटेंस रे बिगिन करंती तो तापरे आपणकर नॉर्मली वी गो फॉर only the auxiliary verb. We do not require any other verb over there. Then Moving on to the next one. Next question says, read the passage carefully. We have a passage question. Very short passage and definitely very easy to answer. So ethi apanଙ୍କର first question hochi 12 question. The word verily means verily hochi very mane hochi WEARY. Very means tired. Okay, so we need to find out a word that is related to tired. So seita heijibo apanଙ୍କର कोटा exhausted, right? But since we are talking about the passage, consider the meaning. 80 passage re पढ़ी की ही आंसर हमें करिबा तो एटे you find the word, read that particular sentence जोठी सेटा अछि आउ तापरे आपण ताको आंसर टाको करिबे. Okay. Then the next question hochi kono, it is saying that the seagull suffered because he had tried to do something that other seagulls had not done. Probably had been attacked by a stronger bird. Probably he had attacked by same strong creatures in the sea. He had swooned and fallen into the water. Why did it suffer? Right? Say Kochi, it is the kontu. It is written, his wings were ragged bars of lead, but the weight of failure was heavier on his back. He wished feebly that the weight would be just enough to drag him down to the bottom and end it all. But soon he came back to normal. He pushed wearily away from the dark water and flew towards the land, grateful or what he had learned about saving the low altitude flying. So the answer is very clearly that he had tried to do something that the other seagulls had not done. That's why he suffered, right? Because he was trying to means or how he had learned about work saving low altitude flying. So he was doing that something has not done before. So that's why he was like suffering. Next question says his wings were ragged bars of lead. Means that his wings were damaged. We just read it. Wings were damaged. Then it is asking his wings were damaged and therefore very heavy. He had rags and bars of lead on his wings. His wings were broken like pieces of lead. So he was like bars of lead. That means that he was like very much tired, right? The seagull was very much tired. We read that. So answer would be its wings were damaged, therefore very heavy. Sorry. Therefore very heavy. Next question says the lesson he had learned that day was about not fighting with stronger birds, flying bars of lead on wings, driving too deep into the sea, flying. So what he learned, he was talking about like I just learned to save work by learning to fly at low altitude. So here our answer would be D, flying at low altitudes. Then question number 16, shall we dispense dash the formalities? Acha, iti puni asila apanଙ୍କର phrasal verb ro use, that is dispense with. ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର formalities, duties এই ସବୁ ଆସେ ତ ସେଥିରେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର dispense with use କରାଯାଏ. That means discharging your duty, performing your duty, doing away with your duty. Dispense off mane to janichonti, dispense off mane hochi something which is like you are means emptying, right? Dispenser ru bahar koriba. This, you know what is the dispenser for. Then the next question is Screen is freezed. The lesson, sorry. So question number 17 says, which of the following is the synonym of the word immaculate? The context of the following sentence: she is an immaculate soul whose presence makes all difference. So definitely we are talking about something which is a pure soul, right? So answer would be, when you say pure, it becomes spotless. Okay. Then, which of the following phrasal verb may be used in the sentence? He is fond of art and seems suited to be an artist. Okay, we are going for a phrasal verb here. So, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଥିବ ଆପଣଙ୍କର suit or like made for that, ଆମେ जो को tailor made, that is called cut out. Then, which of the following is the appropriate question tag in the sentence? Anyone can make mistake. Remember, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆମର indefinite pronoun गुड़ाक sentence begin କରନ୍ତି, तो ସେଇଠି कौन हो जाए ना आपणकर definitely आपणकर जो येटा आमे normally question tag रे कौन करू? Question tag रे आमे हमर जो subject टा को reduce करी दो गोटे pronoun, right? जदि गोटे name थिबो, गोटे boy रो name थिबो, मने करंतु a boy doesn't cry or does not cry. तो ଯେତେବେଳେ question tag ଆପଣ आ ପାଇଁ କରିବେ କଣ ହବ? Does he? A girl does not complain. So ଏଠି question tag ହେଇଯିବ କଣ? Does she? ଆଉ ଗୋଟେ ଜିନିଷ notice କରୁଛନ୍ତି, जोटा आपनकर नेगेटिव स्टेटमेंट अछि माने क्वेश्चन टैग टा पॉजिटिव आसु. And also in place of a girl we are writing she, in a place of boy we are writing he. तो एठी anyone जगह रे कोन हो ना, नॉर्मली हमर ग्रामर हमें पढिछु anyone टा सिंगुलर सब्जेक्ट बोली कंसीडर करा जाए, किंतु एठी जतबे तार टैग रे आपण सब्स्टिट्यूट टा लिखछन सेथरे प्लूरल आछिबो. Can make mistake, definitely ita achi apanakara positive, so it would be can't they. Choose the word that has been spelled wrongly: unburden, kindergarten, garden, church warden, overburden. Answer is kindergarten no, sorry, garden no, kindergarten, GARTN, kindergarten. Kindergarten is a basically a let's say French term which is a place for kids. Okay, garden. Say garden, kintu ethi tar spelling orega because it is not in English. What does this sentence I gave him a peace of mind indicate? A PIECE thile ta mane hochi you are जो कहते ना ट्यूशन करिबा, एटा हला सेटा. So it would be definitely not appreciation, it would not be greeting, it is what? Scolding. Peace of mind दबा माने होची जणो को, ठीक है, माने reprimand करिबा, बेसी माने जोर रे abuse करिबा नुह, but still it belongs to the category of scolding. Okay, सुनेइली जो आमे ओडिया रे कहूछु बहुत सुनेइली तक, so it is scolding, it's not a warning. Then a man dash doesn't need advice and a dash won't take it. A man of rich or poor, a rich man doesn't need advice. Advice ke need karibo. Definitely it is related to the what? Wisdom, right? So it hobo, a wise man doesn't need advice and a fool won't take it. ଆପଣ କହିପାରିବେ ଯେ clever କାଇଁ ହେଲାନି? See, clever is fine, but a dull won't take it will not be a correct form to use here. So it is a wise man doesn't need advice, and actually eta hoche gote proverb. So eti ame definitely very clear words use kariba. Clever person also doesn't always mean a very good person. So advice ro the question here thi uthun. Tapare asila many young people of course prefer hip hop to rock music. The phrase of course is an adjunct, conjunct, subjunct, disjunct. So eta kono adjunct. na conjunct, na disjunct, na subjunct. I think we have already discussed this thing at length previously. Mone to thibo samasthankara. Jodi nahi, we can always discuss it in a very clear manner later on. So ethi mu kebolo answer ta koi dauchi. Ethi apanଙ୍କର answer ta hochi when many young people, of course ro kamo kono ethi, of course ro kamo hochi sie jinso ta ko connect karuchi na, so it would be, and also it is supplementing to the idea, so it would be subjunct. Okay. Then the woman were wearing white clothes. The word woman refers to head, determiner, modifier, noun phrase. So if you want to answer, answer would be definitely it is a head. Hela head mane kono jota main noun thibo. Okay. Jota subject thibo taku head kuha. Then 25, the employees as well as the organization dash quite unwilling to proceed further. The employees as well as जेतोड़ा मैं use करू first subject को consider करू verb रो माने determine करिया पाई तो तेन करे एठी employees लिखाई छी plural, so the employees as well as the organization are quite unwilling. Okay, so 25 रो answer ही वाला हमरो B, plural, subject verb agreement. If you wish to check, please consider subject verb agreement. The young man picked the best bloom for the very delicate, from the very delicate orchid. The underlined phrase is or, is a or an. Noun phrase, adjective phrase, prepositional phrase. So, it is saying that the young man picked the best bloom from the very delicate orchid, right? So, ये जो from टा हला कोना, from टा होची गोटे prepositions. तो preposition रो परे normally आसे कोन, आमे गोटे पढ़िछु subject object, तो एटा होची कोन, this is called a prepositional object. तो जदि आमे पूरा consider करिबा, this might be what, a noun phrase, but here it is an adjective phrase because it is talking about something which is a very delicate orchid. कारण से phrase को specify कर दोची आपनकर गोटे adverb ta, the very delicate orchid, so it would be an adjective phrase. Next question says, sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me. Correct the sentence. Now it is not very clear who was sleeping and who was means who got stung, right? तो किए सोइतला और किए काकू कामुडिला, तो एठी हमकू गोटे जिंस करिया को पड़िबो जे प्रोनाउन टा सप्लाई करिया को पड़िबो. तो एठी लिखाई छी as a serpent stung me, I was sleeping in my orchard. When I was sleeping on my orchard, a serpent stung me. Sleeping in my orchard, I was stung by a serpent. So ethi we can take which of the following? Definitely not B, not A. Correction to darkar karan jona poduni. So we have to choose from either C, either C or D. When I was sleeping in my orchard, a serpent stung me, which is very clearly like tense re bhi thik achi, aki sabu bi jinso thik achi. D is a problem here because sleeping in my orchard, I was stung by a serpent. It looks like the parallelism rule is like somewhat broken here. So it answer hobo apanଙ୍କର C. Then next question is, we switched off the lights before we went to bed. Rewrite the sentence using perfect participle to select the correct one. So participle, perfect participle. Mane eta passive voice hai. We switched off the lights before we went to bed. So ଯେତେବେଳେ we switched off the light, past को perfect participle को आपण change करछंती. तो एठी आपणकर आंसर हे जिवो. Past participle हेले केमती होय कहले, sorry, perfect participle हेले having use of. Okay, having so आमे पढ़ी भी चंती जे normally perfect tense रे आपणकर have टा use हुए. तो एठी आपणकर आंसर हे जिवो B. Then Anand is dash petty quarrels, under, above, over. Definitely it is above. Over means the end of something, right? It means something which is like doesn't get into. Say jinso sangare tar kichi never dava nahi, is not at all into. That the child has been vaccinated dash. Vaccinated against, of course. 30 answer is C. Vaccinated against. Then next question is. Hmm. 31 is saying that Varun said, "Can I park here?" The sentence in reported speech can be rewritten as Varun said to me that I could be parked here. Varun wanted to know whether he could park here. Varun wanted to know whether he can park here. Varun said to me that he can park here. Definitely said H man sabu past tense hai jibo. So said to me that could be parked here, definitely not. So amaro etre dita can oche e dita answer nuhanti CD. The A or B through gote answer. So Varun wanted to know whether he could park here is your answer. Jettabale interrogative questions asibo, we normally answer it in this manner. Hmm. 32. Now where is this saying nowhere is the resulting confusion more evident in except in campaign speeches made by different campaigners of the same party. Find out the erroneous part in the sentence. Nowhere is the resulting confusion more evident than the campaign then except. Okay. Nowhere except the SHG. So your erroneous part is option ratio. Nowhere is resulting confusion more except in campaign speeches. Actually, ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର no ଲେଖା ହୁଏ ତ ସେଠି except ଆସେନି but ଆସେ ହେଲା ଏଠି actually ଆସିବା କଥା but ତ ଏଠି answer ହେଉଛି ଆପଣଙ୍କର except is a negative word, so we do not use except and no together. Okay. ଆପଣ ଚାହିଁଲେ begin କରିପାରନ୍ତି କିନ୍ତୁ this would not be written in this manner. Okay. तापर आसिला next question is which of the following is the correct information of the word controlled. किछि नाही ए जेतेबेले ए भलिया question पडिबो simply go for the head word and then just do this. So your answer would be D. We need to live. Convert this sentence into a complex sentence by changing the meaning of the without changing the meaning of the sentence. We eat because we live. We eat because of we live. We eat so that we can live. We eat and we live. Right? We don't have to change the meaning. So we have to write it. We eat to live. So that means it is B. We eat so that we can leave. Will you stop staring at her? Which of the following can be written in place of the given sentence as an imperative? Imperative means order, command, request hobo. So, please stop staring at her. I request you not to stare at, don't stare at her, stop staring at her. So we have, please, will you stop staring at her shows that the person is completely irritated and doesn't want to go with that. So definitely your answer would be it would be D, stop staring at her. Because this don't stare at her might be changing the meaning of that particular the feeling of that sentence. So that's why we will go for D, stop staring at. Write dash paragraph describing dash old house you've lived in. It article question. Write a paragraph, which is definitely we are generalizing, describing the old house you have lived in. The old house you have lived in. General out what is specific. सेठी आगरु से house विषय रे speaker टा जानिछि से रहिछि तेनु करी एठी it would be that the old house. Okay. Next question is dash the tallest gentleman is dash. Okay, এটা बहुत सहज. Tallest superlative degree the dash MLA. যদি লেখা ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା like who has done something or from some place specify thile एटी specification जदि MLA पर आउ किछि लेखा ହେଇଥାନ୍ତା को specify करा ହେଇଥାନ୍ता ताले हमें एटी गोटे डेफिनाइट आर्टिकल द बी टा को मार्क करि परथांते. तो हमको गोटे डेफिनाइट नंबर अछि गोटे इंडेफिनाइट एटी इंडेफिनाइट नंबर अछि. तो इंडेफिनाइट रे डेफिनेटली एन. some might question जे m रू स्टार्ट होची एन केमती होची. the sound is vowel am कहूछु हम MLA. we are not saying like it member. तो तेणु करी आंसर होची D. Then the next question is the moon doesn't shine dash its own light. So it would be like এটা ଗୋଟେ proverb ଟା ଆଉ also ଯେତେବେଳେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର କଣ ଗୋଟେ ଇଏ ଆସିଯିବ ତାହେଲେ ଏଠି ହେଇଯିବ କଣ କହିଲେ answer is by medium ହେଲା जो ଆମେ को agency and instrumentality ହେଲା तो ଏଠି agency आसी जाଉଛି तार निज लाइट टाको शाइन करे नाही तो सेति ପାଇଁ एठी answer is by. You may try hard, you cannot beat them. तो एठी आपणकर कंजक्शन आसीबो. You may try hard, you cannot beat them. माने जते ट्राई करिला परे भी remember the best way to do means these questions or best way to handle such questions ओडिया रे ट्रांसलेट कर देबे. आपणकर समस्तकर ओडिया भलो ही थिबो ट्रांसलेट भी करि पारुथबे तो ट्रांसलेट करबे. एठी मु ट्रांसलेशन करले कोन यूज करबी you may try hard, you cannot beat them. ए ट्रांसलेशन करे दी प्रकार हेल्प आपन को हिजो गोटे हबो जो रीट्रांसलेशन दो हमरो एथरे रीट्रांसलेशन नाही बट स्टिल यू माइट फाइंड इट इन सम अदर एग्जामिनेशन सेठी आपन को हेल्प हिजो ए जो एग्जैक्टली ए वर्ड मानकर मीनिंग गुडा को कोन कोन एज फार एज रो मीनिंग कोन हाउएवर रो मीनिंग कोन सिंस रो मीनिंग कोन अनलेस रो मीनिंग हैला. तो सेही जिंसोडा हमें एठी देखियो यू मे ट्राई हार्ड यू कैन नॉट बीट देम. तो जत्ते ट्राई कोला परे भी माने ता परे भी तमे ताकू बीट करि परिबो नाही सेटा एठी मीन करूची. तो एठी हमर आंसर हे जिवो कोन यू मे ट्राई हार्ड however you cannot beat them, right? because since ता होची जेहेतु बुझी पाछुती as far as माने जते दूर मु भाबुची ये unless ता होची जो नचेत हैला. तो आमर आंसर एठी हबो however तथापि जो जेमति कहूची ता परे भी सही सेंस रे however यूज करे. then I am dash pleased to learn about your marriage. I am much pleased. जते बेले आपनकर past participle adjective use होतबो तो सेठी आपनकर much टा यूज होय. जते present participle हबो आपन कहबे it is very pleasing but I am much pleased. Who doesn't like his children dash nice clothes to wear one, right? So it is who doesn't like his children. आमे कहबा लाइक पर आमे नॉर्मली केमती यूज करू आई वुड लाइक टू राइट तो एठी हबो आपनकर आंसर हवा कथा टेक्निकली इट इज what to wear who doesn't like his children to wear nice clothes but एठी कोन by to wear होनी माने से जो कोन कहले आई वुड लाइक टू लाइक यू टू डू दिस तो एठी आंसर हे जो आपनकर who doesn't like his children to wear nice clothes तापर असला the teacher saw my conversing with her no conversing is not the proper word to use here so it would be the teacher saw me conversing सेटा लिखि परिबे हैला my conversation काई होबनी my conversation definitely noun रे my conversation होबा कथा किंतु लॉजिकली सेंटेंस ता बाबू तो कन्वर्सेशन को के सुने ना देखे जदि सुनिबा कथा ताले एठी स काई लेखा हैला स लेखा हिच माने से मु कोन कहूची से सुनिनी मु कथा होतबार से देखिछ तो मोर एक्शन टा को माने जरंड फॉर्म रे लिखिबी जोटा नाउन हेजो आ मी एठी आसी जबा आपनकर ऑब्जेक्ट हिसाब तो आंसर इज ए तापर असला यू एब्सटेन डैश सॉरी टू स्पीक इल ऑफ अदर्स एब्सटेन परे सब बेले फ्रॉम आसे तो आंसर होची आपनकर फ्रॉम स्पीकिंग नेक्स्ट to contact doctor attempts were made choose the correct sentence the doctors were made attempts to contact the doctors were attempt देखो तो to contact doctor attempts were made माने definitely doctor को डाकिया ପାଇଁ बहुत सारा माने attempts करा हिची तो attempts were made to contact the doctor then 45 says find out the sorry the doctor recommends that he dash a surgery recommends that he so it would be he the doctor recommends that he have a surgery है ना then find out the erroneous part एटी काई हैला ना this is like after the word recommendation we need to follow the v1 form that's why we are choosing it then find out the erroneous v1 form it a causative verb सही सेंस रे जाउची तणु करी एटी have हबो has हबो find out the erroneous part Ratna is going to soon buy a bike nahi Ratna is going to buy a bike soon right so answer will be b it is soon use hawani the government agreed in principle to a peace plan that included ceasefire the word in principle in this sentence indicates the generally right in principle mane kono generally then the pot calling the dash black it is kettle black ये जो उल्टा चोर कोतवाल को डांटे और जो चालूनी चुंची वाला जिनसो होची इंग्लिश रे एटा the pot calling the kettle black so the pot itself is like it is darker than the kettle or kettle then when an event is referred to as a black tie affair or event it is called a formal event है ना समझते गोटे ड्रेस कोड रे आस्तबे which is very formal tie आउ सूट रे ताकू कहा जाए black tie affair then the reports blazer out tie जेंके the reports about how soldiers were being treated abroad has been blue penciled by the authorities blue penciled माने एडिट कर दबा से जिनसरा को काटी दबा तो इट सेंसर हो आंसर इज ए which of the following best describes the practice of having more than one husband at a time husband कहूची ना तो definitely we are talking about देखो तो पॉलीगेमी मोनोगेमी इज मैरिज जदि ठीक कहा जानता मल्टीपल मैरिज ताले सेटा पॉलीगेमी होता सिंगल मैरिज मोनोगेमी होता मैरिज कहा जाउनी एटी कुआ जाउछि जे गोटेरु अधिक हस्बैंड माने मेल is related to andro or androus, so it would be polyandry. जदि वाइफ्स थांता ताहले पॉली गाइनी और पॉलीजिनी ही थांता काहे कि जोटा आपनकर महाभारत रे थिला दैट इज कॉल्ड पॉलीएंड्री. ओके, so having more than one wife is polygyny or polygyny. तापरे असला 52. आंसर इज डेफिनेटली 80 C. Then we'll go for the next one. The officer's dash was not taking off, but he decided to give it another try. Definitely officer कौन करिवो? Officer is, we are talking about the career here. So career was profession नुआ professional. एटी जो लिखा था तो professionals ताले profession लिखिता थे. एटी जो लिखा है था businessman ताले business लिखिता थे. एटी जो हमें लिखिता थे जे occupation definitely take off करेनी. occupation बहुत stable जिनसो बहुत माने जो कौन कहले static जिनसोटा बुझी पाछंती. तो आंसर इज करियर. ब्लाइंड विजुअल डेफ कौन हबो? ब्लाइंड रो विजुअल लाइक से विजुअल देखि पारेनी तो डेफ कौन सुनी पारे माने वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सी एटा सेंस हैला विजन रु विजुअल हैला तो डेफ सुनी पारेनी तो सेई थ्रु हबो कौन? आंसर इज सुनिबार सेंस को कौन कहंती? सुनिबार सेंस को कहंती ऑडिटरी सेंस, राइट? सो आंसर वुड बी ऑडिटरी. There exist rancors between the two brothers. Find the antonym of the word rancor. Rancor माने तांको भितरे animosity अछि हैला. तो animosity रो opposite आमे कहिबा harmony, right? Synonym is enmity. तापरे so answer is harmony here. Then match the fragments correctly. The less you worry about others, the less you worry about others, the less they will bother you. The more difficult the task is, the more you will succeed. The least you could do is give him a chance. Once the course are done, we will go there. So the less हमें grammar rule भी apply करते the less माने दीटा जो को double comparison. So double comparison रे one रो option B. Okay, 1B, then 2A, then it is 3D, and it is 4C. Answer is B. Then choose the part of the past tense of the verb set off. Set. है ना? तो it is तारा phrasal verb भी change हुए नहीं, it is set off. In order to indicate purpose, we use such word once, meanwhile, after, so that, in order to. अच्छा, purpose जितने बड़े purpose माने कौनो ना what is for, right? So it would be definitely our answer apanakara 58 or C. Then I don't believe it's finally Friday. Correct the sentence by picking the right suggestion given below. Begin the sentence. It's finally Friday. No change required. Omit the word finally. I don't. It is what a problem. It's. Eta to ठीक I don't believe it's finally Friday. But एटा हवा कथा एमिति हैला बिकॉज़ एठी हमें पोजेसिव पई यूज करू नाहंती एठी हमें माने जो कोन कोनती आपनकर कॉन्ट्रैक्शन होची इट इज को हमें इट्स लिखला बुझी पाछंती तो आंसर हबो कोन दैट रिप्लेस इट्स विथ apostrophe s. Which of the following modifies hope most suitably? Hope is a positive word, so definitely we will use a positive word for it. So it would be we sincerely hope. Put the following words in order to make a meaningful sentence. Once usually at the end, these sentences go off the right. So your answer would be it'll be arrangement. So your answer is A. These ones usually go at the end of the sentence. Tapare next question kochi. Her office was ransacked by persons unknown. So, so her office was ransacked by the persons unknown. It is asked that it is the word unknown is a relative phrase, head, a pre-modifier or a post-modifier. Definitely it is towards the end of the sentence. So answer habo kono? Post-modifier, because post-modifier mane ko कहले आपण जो पढिचंती predicative adjective है ना, जो adjective the last post-modifier. I never expected that you would fly to Japan. The underlined part refers to a conditional clause, coordinate clause, complementary clause, concessive clause. So definitely it is what giving a complete sense. I did never expected for a full stop kardele. Apna sentence re clarity asuni. तो से जो part टा अच्छी sentence रे से कौन कहूँची ना आपको complete करचु तो it is definitely a complementary clause. The angry workers took over the boss's office. The phrasal verb took over stands for got, gained control, retracted, resembled. Definitely they gained control, right? Next question is the famous cricketer wants to score his 70th century before calling it a day. Calling it a day, that means you are actually what, stop an activity, right? So it would be calling it a day. Take retirement here. The prisoner's dash of jail. It is break up, break down, breakthrough. No, it is break out. Okay, they broke the jail, so they get out of the jail, and means they fled. So your answer would be breakout. Of course, breakout would be meaning actually. And the China is one of the largest. Breakthrough मैंने कौन? Breakthrough is like something new, like you are giving a new beginning or something like that, which is revolutionary. Break up to jani chanti. Break down is to means break down to small particles. गोटे जिनसो को complex structure को छोटो कर दबा is breaking down. And also another meaning is breakdown ro mane hochi je you have a nervous breakdown, right? Kandi bata bhi seta bhi way breakdown. Then China is one of the largest countries in the world. The sentence can be rewritten as the China is the largest country in the world. No meaning change hochi. One of the largest countries. माने जितने largest country माने जितने बड़ा country अछंती तांका भितरु गोटे. The China is certainly not the largest country in the world. Very few countries in the world are as large as China, right? China is larger than all other countries in the world. No. So answer is very few countries in the world are as large as China, right? Is one of the largest. So tamane kora tanko bhitaru gote siye. So say sense, right? Would be answer. The next question is each man and each woman dash the right to vote has आपण each जत्ते संगरे भी एटी आउ पांच छटा each भी जो भी बे ताले भी सही समान आंसर हो. Which of the following is the best option to describe the act of giving human structure to God? God को human structure, human संगरे कौन अच्छी? Anthrop. So it will be anthropomorphism. है zoomorphism माने giving animal giving God to animal structure to God, so that would be zoomorphism. Theology माने होची the what study of religion or god. Morphology is the study of structure. Morph is related to structure. The building collapsed during the earthquake because it was dash flimsy, strong, malnourished, indispensable. Definitely indispensable माने होची जहाँ को अपन avoid करी करी बने ये answer होगा unavoidable or something that cannot be detached. Okay, malnourished building होगा strong ଥିଲେ भांगी थांता किंतु तो it would be flimsy. Flimsy means weak or thin. So it is weak definitely. He will never forget spending so much money on his first computer. The word spending is a participle. The that is gerund, that is infinitive, that is a verb. What is it? तो जिते बड़ा मैं ing form use करूँ तो हमारा answer है जाए कौन? When you say it is participle, of course. So they will never forget spending, but depends it ing form re either participle hobo নহলে gerund hobo because we know that verb is with ing is also a gerund. So it is sentence structure re bujhiya ko chesta karantu. He will never forget. Forget is like what? The verb. And spending so much on his first computer. So forget what, right? This is working as an object here. Spending so much, so it would have object हिसाब रे काम करछि एठी. So it would be definitely gerund. Okay, जहाँ भी noun रो function थिबो सेटा जदी गोटे ing form टा करिला सेटा को कहजो gerund. एठी से object हिसाब रे काम करछि तो करी एठी gerund. तापर 72 I understand that someone hit Soma. Change the voice. So what is like it would be, it is understood by me that someone hit Soma. Okay. So it hobo answer. Someone hit Soma. So Soma was hit. I understand that Soma was hit. It is understood. I don't think it is required to be changed. Someone was hit. Soma no. So I understand that Soma was hit. We avoid it होची आपनकर जो गोटे मेन क्लॉज थिबो गोटे सबऑर्डिनेट क्लॉज थिबो सबले मेन क्लॉज टा कोन हुए we convert हुए sorry. And how to understand whether it is a main clause or a subordinate clause or माने जो डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज केमती हो ना I understand that लेकिन फुल स्टॉप जदी दे देबे ताले तारो मीनिंग किछि क्लैरिटी रे आसुनी. But it a गोटे स्टैंड अलोन सेंटेंस नुह. Someone hit Soma has a has an independent meaning, so it would be your main clause. So main clause au independent clause jodi dependent clause au independent clause jodi dita thibe tane sobale conversion ta apanakar independent clause ro hoy. So it is Soma was hit was the correct conversion. 73 we avoid being seen. Change the voice. Avoided being seen. Being seen mane definitely ing thibo. So it hobo we avoided people seeing us. We avoided them seeing us. Okay. We avoided see out B to definitely our answer nuhanti. Either hobo A nohele hobo. So we avoided being seen. So it would be by them hi thanta na. So tenu kori ithi answer he jibo apankor A. Then student movement have always risen up against the religious and political status quo. The term status quo means reaction, persistence, ordinary lapse. Status quo means kichi change houni. Tahele eti haba kono, it is persistent, which stays. It was both deliberate and malicious, not to mention sick. The phrase not to mention is used to induce extra information, to mention something unpleasant, to introduce an irrelevant fact, not to mention but to inform. So it would be definitely we are talking about what? In extra information, right? तापर भी माने आउ कहबा भी दरकार नहीं एटा अछि तो सही सेंस रे हमें यूज करछु जेतु it would be not to mention is adding extra information. If I believe I can not do something, it makes me dash. So if I believe I cannot do something, it makes me dash doing it. It makes me मत से कौन करे आहुरी भी से जिनसो पाई like I become very makes me worth doing it. जेहेतु हमें आप यूज करते so we will use worth. Then the synonym of the word phlegmatic. Just 2 seconds. I'll scroll. So there is a name. So now we just this one. So the synonym of the word phlegmatic. Phlegmatic is like which is very less visibly look something very unemotional, very dry. Okay. So it would be definitely answer kono calm, cryptic, practical, dishonest. Now we are saying that something which is not very visibly like showing emotion. That is called phlegmatic, right? So your answer would be practical. Then find the wrongly spelled word mendacious, obnoxious, pernicious, and ferocious. Mendacious is correct, obnoxious, pernicious, ferocious. Answer is obnoxious. XI, the obnoxious, XIOUS, right? Obnoxious spelling the wrong ଅଛି এটা ହବ CIOUS ଦରକାର ନାହିଁ ଏଠି ଆପଣ directly ତାକୁ XIOS obnoxious ମାନେ କଣ obnoxious ମାନେ ହଉଛି somebody who is very let's say mannerless very obscene that is called means overtly means objectionable ତାକୁ କୁହନ୍ତି what obnoxious but is mendacious ର ନା meaning କଣ mendacious ମାନେ ହଉଛି truth ମାନେ something who is very untruthful ହେଲା false let's say false mendacious is false এটা হচ্ছে objectionable pernicious is unsafe dangerous harmful ferocious is very scary the Rajput warriors set their face against the invaders opposed strongly then dash panchayat grants permission we should convert small patch of unused land into a community garden to dash to use that says where group land into community garden for equal to use, right? Children, community garden for children. Use a land into a community garden, man, a park, right? So park is normally, this is for children. So say sense answer ho okay, community garden. So if the panchayat grants permission, we should Achha, convert the small patch. So answer would be D. Then 81 up to the end of 18th century. So it answer hela kono D 880. The if the panchayat grants permission, we should convert. It apankara conditional clause vole eta aschi, and we would should convert the small patch of unused land into a community garden. Park jodi clarity re lekha haithanta tahele children heithanta. Kintu eti community garden lekha heichi, so we cannot be specific with this. So we will go for everyone. While it use hoboni, kaiki na while ta normally contrast show kore, it contrasting idea kichi nahi. Though also shows means connects to one positive one negative structure, eti seta bhi nahi, tenu kore do apanakara eta bhi answer hobo. Then question number 81. 81 says that up to the end of 18th century, not only because it was often fatal, smallpox was particularly a dreaded disease, but also because faces of the victim were permanently disfigured. Choose the proper sequence and select your answer. So it a sequence se kochi, so it would be definitely PQRS, QRSP, QRSQ. So Q of P bhitaru gote check kar diyantu P of Q of visibility. Up to the end of 18th century, not only because it was often fatal, not only achi mane but also tapare asiba dorkar, right? So answer P pore Q jodi asibo joti seita apankara answer habo A re asuchi PQ. तो जदि हमें PQRS नबा ताहले चेक कर दियंतु जे up to the end of 18th century, not only because it is often fatal, but also because R faces of the victim, but also because faces of the victim. So এটা কোন ପାଇଁ হଉଛି, right? তো ତେଣୁ କରି এটা justify ଯେହେତୁ କରୁନି, आ ମଝିରେ ଗୋଟେ କିଛି ଆସିବା ଦରକାର, ତ ତେଣୁ କରି ଏଠି ଆପଣଙ୍କର ଏଇ ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଟା ରୁଲ ଆଉଟ୍ ହେଇଗଲା। ତା ମାନେ ଯଦି ଫାର୍ଷ୍ଟ ଟା ରୁଲ ଆଉଟ୍ ହେଲା, ସି ଟା ବି ଭୁଲ ହେଇଯିବ, କାହିଁକି ନା okay, C can be also one possibility, but PRSQ. No. So answer P भी कटिला, दीटा जाको P कटि गले, QRSP, QPRS check कर दियंतु। Q is saying that a smallpox was particularly dreaded disease. Then it is saying that R is saying it is but also because 9. Answer is 50. Do you think will this soap shrink shrink woolen clothes? The proper sequence will be, do you think this soap will shrink woolen clothes? It is clearly do you think? We will begin with P. Then this soap, so P tapre R, so answer is this. Then dislike him not so much for his meanness but for his dishonesty. Choose the correct option. Underline करके हमको याको change करिया, जोटा underline है but for, ना? So as for but due to no improvement. So I don't think it requires. Let's say because of, right? I dislike him not so much for his meanness but because of his dishonesty. So answer is C. Find the antonym of the word ardus. Ardus. So the antonym of the word ardus means effortless, because ardus means very means tiring, hela बहुत hard work जो थरे दरकार पड़े ताकू कहती ardus, so it would be effortless. I would like to avail a 5-day holiday for this summer. I would like to avail for a somewhere आपनको reflexive pronoun आसीबो आ गोटे preposition ता आसीबो, तो I would like to avail myself of, एटा ही गोटे ही option रे अछि, that will be Then we have another passage waiting for us. I was beginning to tire a little. Now I had been cutting steps. Okay, let's go for the answer directly. Which of the following is the most appropriate description of the following sorry, appropriate of the area in which the narrator has been moving? So the quote, I have been tired of cutting steps continuously for 2 hours studying into grim struggle. Looks like it glacier ଏସବୁ ଜିନିଷ ଉଠିଲାଣି ତା ମାନେ ଆପଣଙ୍କର 86 ର ଆନ୍ସର ହବ କଣ? It would be C. Then I had been cutting steps continuously for 2 hours suggests B. He had to cut steps of snow because of climbing, of which is a necessary or slow process. He is saying all these things in the beginning. Again we have it was turning more into a grim struggle would mean grim struggle. Grim mane kona both serious, right? Sad and depressive. So it would be I'd been cutting steps continuously. It was turning into a grim struggle. So it would be A. After a long exertion, he was feeling so weak that after further crying would be a hard struggle. Identify the question below that doesn't require yes, no answer. Are we meeting tonight? Definitely, our answer to yes. So definitely WH. How dare you do such act to weight manner ta koibe to seti yes no koya dakar nahi. So 89 ro answer hela apanakara B. Is in the expression you have to speak aloud. The word aloud indicates disapproval, indicates volume, criticizes action, describes manner. It would be definitely indicates like volume. Okay, volume. What I say? 91. The watch was expensive. He could not buy. Combining this two sentences, beginning the sentence with being. So answer would be being. तापरे आपण जेहेतु दीटा सब्जेक्ट एठी अछंती गोटरे वॉच अछि गोटरे ही अछि तो आपण को दीटा जाको सब्जेक्ट एठी विजिबल करिया को पड़िबो तो एठी हला being the watch expensive he could not buy or being an expensive watch he could not buy that. Answer here wala B. Wait a second, I'll just be right back. Hold on, Miss Right? हाँ कौन है हाँ हाँ ठीक अच्छे रमेश भाई आउ तो सॉरी ला आउ 10टा क्वेश्चन अछि आज्ञा करूची हाँ से कौन कहले से स्क्रॉल टा बोल से काम करूनी ना तो सेते बेल को से छोटो हो जाउची मोर माने सेते पॉइंट कला बेल को से छोटो हो जाउची मु कर दउची करची sorry wait a second. So the next question says then question number 92, which of the following can be the sentence that will come after the sentence my house is a mess? My house is a mess. That means my house is not in proper order. So I must clean that. So it would be I must set things in order. Then complete the proverb. 2 makes a dash and 3 makes a dash. It is a proverb. So 2 makes a company and 3 makes a crowd. It's just a saying. Don't take it too seriously. So it would be A. Find out the antonym of the word antiquity. You know, antique, the word means it is ancientness, right? So opposite would be innovativeness. Then find out the synonym of the word pejorative. So synonym of the word is pejorative. So some that would be unflattering. है ना? Because pejorative means it is like you are giving some kind of let's say a reprimand, or let's say you are giving some kind of warning kind of thing. Okay, so there, that is what we mean here. It is it is an unflattering, right? We are not praising anyone, so here it will be that. Next question says that find the odd one out. Commemoration, felicitation, appreciation, animadversion. Okay. Animadversion means you are what? Commenting, criticizing. So these three words are synonyms. This one is an antonym. So this will be answer. Famous people deserve a private life. Celebrity also sell newspaper. There's two statements. What is the relationship between these two statements? The relationship between these two statements are two statements are unrelated. Then it is saying that they are related in a sense that the second substitute the idea of the first one contained in the first one. They are not related. The second statement not anyways maintain the coherence. Famous and celebrity, that has got some relationship, right? So it is like two statements that is like somewhat related. One is a statement, and the other one is like justifying the statement or substituting the statement by saying that they do not have a private life because they are celebrities, right? People are always after them, and because of their status of being a celebrity, the newspaper are like tabloids, like we say paparazzi. So these are like nobody would read a tabloid, or nobody would read a like gossip magazine if you are not talking about the private life of a celebrity. So in that way, your answer is B, right? ସେମାନେ ଦି ଜଣ ରିଲେଟେଡ୍, କାହିଁକି ରିଲେଟେଡ୍ ନା ଯଦି ନ୍ୟୁଜ ଫେମସ୍ ଆଉ ସେଲିବ୍ରିଟି ଦେଖନ୍ତୁ ଦିଟା ସମାନ ସମାନ ଜିନିଷ, ଏମିତି ବି ପ୍ରାଇଭେଟ ଲାଇଫ and selling newspaper is what very public, right? So ସେଇ ସେନ୍ସରେ ତାର ମିନିଂ ଆସୁଛି। ଗୋଟେ statement ଅଛି, ସେ statement କୁ ଆର statement ଟା strengthen କରୁଛି, or let's say somewhat it is related to that one. You have to tell him sooner or later deserve କରୁଛନ୍ତି private life but weekend କରୁଛି, ଆର statement ଟା weekend କରୁଛି। You have to tell him sooner or later, the underlined phrase would mean exceptionally, eventually, sooner or later mana kono eventually. Tapore next question is this is eventually mana kono dhire dhire taku ago ko janebar ଅଛି, event through eventually. The question last but 199, they decided to start a business, all agreed to this. Combine these two sentences into one with the help of an adverb. So it would be definitely C. They unanimously decided to start. All agreed, all agreed means unanimously. ओडिया रे आपण जो कहते सार्वजनीन. Then the interjection behold would mean, behold परे normally गोटे जो कौन कहले something, some surprise, man, look at that thing, what beauty it has got. So it would be definitely will go for D, attention. So I think that would be all for today. I guess I have taken more time than required because of certain thing. Thank you so much. I'm meeting many persons after a long time. In fact, I am back to the business after a long time. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed the session. Take care and all the best for the upcoming exams. Thank you. Bye.